Demir. What's up, guys? It's Demir. We're going to be talking about the time that we jumped an old friend. This guy, his name is RJ. We're going to change the names for privacy's sake, but me and RJ go way back. We've known each other for around 4 years. He's always been kind of in a rough spot. He's got his own house. Years ago, he started selling drugs, right? He was kind of a distributor around here. One thing he was known for is having really good stuff, right? All of it was pretty quality, none of it was fake, and soon enough, he was making a lot of money. He got a new car, bought his own house, making a killing, probably $4,000 a week. He was making a lot of money, alright? Anyways, the story starts from this time when I'm at work. Now, I've been rolling with these guys for a while. Recently, I had been buying more pills. I got some more Xanax to kill an acid trip. And the thing about this time was, I took the acid. I had a really bad trip. I decided I didn't even care if I lost the money. You know, I was going to take a Xanax, kill the trip. The trip didn't die. It was intense the entire time, even though I took the Xanax. So, I originally was like, oh, this may be N-bomb. This may be some sort of, analog of LSD. So I thought I was lucky to be alive right now, right? I literally couldn't breathe. I thought I may have to go to the emergency room. I was pretty scared. Eventually, I was talking to my friend. His name's Evok, and he's like, "Yo, dude, if it gets really bad, you should go to the hospital. But if not, just try and go to sleep. And if you've never done acid, it's really hard to sleep after a trip. So I fell asleep around 4 and woke up around 1 the next day. I had work at 4, so it was okay. Work was alright. I don't work with these guys, but people I do work with are pretty cool. It was a long day, made a lot of money. Pretty nice all around, right? After work, around 10:30, 11, I met up with my friend Chris, who I was checking Snapchat after work as I was walking from downtown to across the bridge, because across the bridge is free parking. Otherwise, it's like $10. I'm not about to pay $10 for parking. I decided to go back to my car, and my friend Chris and D were there. Chris and D, they're pretty cool. Also go way back with them. Mutual friends, got pretty close to them. They also sell. They sell RJ stuff. And Chris is like, hey dude, do you want to link up? And this is a Sunday, so it's not exactly a good idea. Sunday at 11. And I had school the next day, so it's not great. Not a great idea here, right? We link up, and after we link up, Chris is like, hey dude, the reason I want to link with you is, it's like RJ and D have been selling us laced shit. And the thing about RJ, the reason why we were so mad at him, is this man got his own press, so he had no excuse. Now, I've known him for a while, so I just trusted him, you know? I trusted that he just bought the alprazolam powder, Xanax powder, and he would press it. It was just pure shit. Like, it was the good shit, right? I assumed it was good. And turns out it was packed with fentanyl. And that's the reason I couldn't breathe on my acid trip. So now I'm fucking angry, right? I'm angry. And D apparently knew the whole time, but I didn't know that yet. D also acted like he was fired up. He was like, yeah, dude, we're gonna get him. So I'm getting all hyped up. We're gonna teach this dude a lesson. And we eventually get Eric and Pablo to come around. So Eric and Pablo are pretty cool. Also kind of tight with them. Not as close as I am with D and Chris. Chris is the number one homie, right? Anyways, we link up with them. And we're in downtown. So these guys all have nice cars because they've been dealing for a while. They've made a killing. And we just drifted in fucking circles. We did donuts. Then we sped around the car parking lot, and the thing about where I park is it's right near a stadium, so there's a whole lot of space to just fuck around. So we fucked around for probably 30 minutes, and by the time we were done, you could barely see. There was like a huge fog of just burning rubber smoke. It was one of the most fun things I ever do. I got to drift. It was great. After we were leaving, I got to drive this dude's BMW. It was a really nice one. One of the ones that looks, I don't know the exact model, but it looks like one of the ones that you would race, right? We all get in the car and we're like, so what are we going to do about this guy? And like, let's teach him a lesson. This dude fucked us over. He almost killed us. Because Chris is a bartard, right? Chris does a lot of Xanax. And the thing about Chris is whenever I've seen him recently, he's just been barred the fuck out. And I've never seen him this fucked on Xanax. He's like, dude, I only take one and I'm gone. And as he told me recently, it was all Ace. So we were going to teach this guy a lesson because he could have killed him and me and the other guys too, because we all bought from RJ. And we were all really mad. So we were like, hey, RJ, you want to meet us out here for some Xanax? We'll buy like 100 pills off you. And the guy was like, yeah, sure, man, of course. $3 a pop, right? So we're making pretty good out here. And if you don't know which kind they look like, they're the blue ones. They say they have the letters B707 on it. It's from Breckenridge Pharmaceutical. They're not main brand, but they're pretty nice. You get them from cheaper, so it's pretty good. We decided to meet this guy around the not a good area of town, right? This is near where this guy lives. We know his address, we know everything, right? So we pull up to the street and we're like, yo, dude, we heard you were selling us some fake shit. And he was like, nah, dude, it wouldn't be me. I would never do that. And we got really mad. We were like, we know you're full of shit. We got these tested. We didn't actually get them tested, but you know, we pretty much knew that this dude was lacing this shit. And then this man, trying to save his own ass, rats out D. He's like, well, D fucking sold this shit knowing that I laced it, and now we're pissed at D. We're pissed at both of them, right? D is actually wanted by the cops for having a vial of acid. So he's already on the run as it is. Me, Pablo, Chris, the other guy, we're fucking mad. We jump RJ, beat the living crap out of him. I punched him in the mouth, so my knuckles are kind of split. They don't have any skin on them. I punched this guy hard. I was mad. And it was also a little bit barred out, so if you guys have never done benzos or gone through benzo withdrawals, you get a lot of rage from these things, right? You get angry. So I was really mad. I got my hand checked out, it's good. But anyways, that's not the point. This dude got fucked up. I think he ended up going to the hospital, and D, we just kind of beat the crap out of him too. Not as bad as RJ, because, you know, he wasn't the main guy, right? But he still betrayed all of us. They both betrayed all of us. All of their close friends, not cool. Not cool at all. So we end up narking on RJ's trap house. He goes to jail, right? And same with D. D's wanted on the vial acid. We call the cops. We're like, yo, this dude's he tried to jump us, and now he's fucked up. Of course we're bullshitting. None of this is true. Anyways, though, it doesn't matter because there's a warrant already out for his arrest. So we drive off after that. We all go smoke. We go to this like trailer park, right? Chris lives around here, not exactly here. He's been moving around a lot. He used to live in a trap house until D betrayed him, and he left there, and I'm pretty sure is staying with another friend at that trailer park. Anyways, I meet him there. I pull up with the BMW with all the other guys in there. My car is still downtown. I'm going to swing back around for it later. I'm barred the fuck out. I can barely think. I have a picture of it. It's really funny. I had my hoodie on inside out. I didn't even care. I straight up said, yo, Chris, I have my hoodie inside out, but it's alright, man. I don't even care. I'm high as fuck. Because we were smoking some shit my other homie, Tim, gave us. Tim's pretty cool. Tim's one of the best guys you can get. He's a real homie. Best weed. We're out here smoking in the park, right? The trailer park, and I'm off a bar. So I could barely drive. Luckily, it was late enough in the night where no one was on the road, so it didn't really matter. And I pull up to the trailer park. We just smoke. We roll up a small one. We didn't have a lot of weed. We roll up around 3 1-gram joints. One for the 3 of us, because D got kicked out. It was me, Chris, Pablo, and Eric. That's the guys left. And we just smoked for a bit, right? We smoked pretty good. It's nice. And we end up, after we smoke, we're just kind of chilling there. We all sit in the car. I brought my speaker. It's like a little Marshall portable speaker. We're blasting music, right? It sounds fire. Fucking amazing. Absolutely love it. Really fun. And finally, Chris is like, yo, dude, I gotta go, man. If y'all could drive me back. And Pablo wasn't off bars, so Pablo was like, all right, guys, I can drive. And it's actually Eric's car. Eric was also a little bit barred out, so we didn't really let Eric drive. But Pablo drove, and he ended up dropping everyone else off. And by the time everyone was done, it was just me and him. He was like, hey, dude, so do you want me to bring you back downtown? I'll drop you off by your car. I was like, yeah, man, I can't drive. I'm probably just going to take a nap in the car and then drive back home around 5:30 or 6. Keep in mind, I got school tomorrow. So we do that, right? My hand's pretty fucked up. I couldn't tell if it was my blood or the other dude's. I didn't wipe it off because it was honestly both. I got it checked out. It's cool, but anyways, he dropped me off at downtown in the parking lot near the stadium. I got in the car and I was like, maybe I should try and drive home. The more I thought about it, I was like, I cannot fucking drive, even though there's no one on the road. It's around, I want to say 4 around this time, 4:15, 4:30. So no way I could drive. I was like, all right, I'm going to take a few hour nap. I'm going to get up and I'll drive back. Easy. You know, it's cool. Takes off, right? Pablo's gone. I'm just in the car chilling. I put some music on, set an alarm. I made sure the fucking notification sound was on, so I would specifically be woken up before school. I don't know if I slept through it. I don't know if it didn't go off, but I did not wake up. I woke up at 7:50. School starts at 7:50. Gotta get home, clean myself up, get to school. My parents are like, where the fuck are you, you know? Because we usually get dropped off at school because it's easier. Don't have to pay for a parking place. Parking is pretty expensive where I go to school, so it's cool. Apparently I drove everywhere. I would go south, then I would go back down, then I'd go west, then I'd come back over to where I started. Then I'd go the other way, come back, go back down, and then finally I got home. Apparently I drove all over the place, anywhere from 15 to 60 miles an hour on the same road. I was still absolutely fucked. And I ended up getting home eventually. Obviously, parents weren't too happy. It was fine. Not a real big deal because I just told them I went to a party, not what actually fucking happened. I ended up going to school. Hand's still fucking terrible looking. People asked about it. I wouldn't really tell them what happened, but because I'm not trying to snitch on myself. And that's pretty much the end of the story. RJ and D locked up now. They're still being held for bail. Fuck those guys. There's some bitches, bro. Thing about it is you can't feel bad about them. The drug game, none of you guys have been a part of it. It's not a good business, you know? Like, it's ruthless. If you're gonna sell a product, you better sell it good, and you better make sure you get your money. Now, if you start lacing shit and making your quality go down, that's when your customers get pissed. And in this case, this is our close friend, right? So we're really mad. That's what happened. Old friend, never again. Found new guys. Chris is laying low because people are on his ass because he's the one that told everyone about RJ. So he's been laying low for a bit. He's cool. My friend Ace, he's another guy that tagged along. He had his own car, but he didn't stay to jump the guy because they were also close. They lived together. He was like, yo, dude, I'm not going to stop you guys. You guys can go ahead, but we're just going to chill here. And Ace, I don't know what's wrong with him. I was going to buy some coke off of him. Haven't gotten a response in 5 days. I'm pretty close with this guy. Don't know what was up. Chris hadn't heard from him, and they used to live in the trap house together. I'm not even sure if this dude's alive anymore, but everyone's kind of laying low after this because RJ wasn't a street dealer. He was a pretty big guy, right? So we've just been kind of laying low with that. Not gonna do that again. Not trying to get shot, but that's the story. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you want to see next time, and I'm out.